Hi, my name is Mary Shenk, and I'm Director of the Life Sciences and Society program at the University of Missouri. Usually when we're trying to choose a topic for the symposium, a group of us who've worked on the symposium are interested in the symposium get together, and we talk about different suggestions that have been made. So usually I'll circulate an email, people will make suggestions, we'll get together and we'll kind of debate and decide what we think is the most exciting topic that we think is the most timely and likely to be interesting to people on campus and off campus. So what we're looking for in a speaker is usually someone who's a good scholar or a good professional in their field, but at the same time is also a really good communicator. They're able to kind of talk about things in a way that's clear to the general public potentially, but also in a way that's really interesting and vibrant also to academics, so faculty and students on campus.
I'm Jack Schulz. I'm director of the Christopher Bond Life Sciences Center at the University of Missouri. Well, the symposium is a function of our Life Sciences and Society program, and the Bond Life Sciences Center is the host of that program. It's sort of one of our arms or one of our activities.
The symposium has a great diverse audience. We've got people from elementary school kids, high school kids, college students, lots of young adults to people who are retirement age, plus a lot of faculty and students from campus, a lot of staff from campus, and a lot of people who have no affiliation whatsoever with the University of Missouri, but they're just members of the community. So I remember one time I saw my doctor here. So it's a really diverse crowd. Really, it's very much town and gowns.
The Bond Life Sciences Center thinks that the Life Sciences and Society program is important because our science, the research we do, is largely paid for by the public and really has its greatest meaning and application with the public. And the public is too often excluded from finding out what we're doing.
What people really love about the symposium, as far as I can tell, is they like the diversity of speakers. They like the focus on kind of interesting contemporary topics. And they like the fact that it's about outreach, right? That people are coming to talk about science and intellectual topics, but in a very accessible way that is generally, at least ideally, something that everyone can kind of understand and be interested in.
What I really like about the symposium is that it gets together people who span a range from very public engaged to very academic, mixes them up and asks them to come together in a way that they wouldn't normally. So you get quite a mix of different interests and approaches to a common problem.
I think the symposium has grown from being a campus event to a community event. Wonderful intersection between the university and the community, and whereas it naturally has its own divides, the fact that people in the community and MU get together to talk about something that we know affects all of us, I think is a wonderful thing.
So the symposium has been going on for about 12, 13 years now, and under several different directors, and most recently Stephanie Engelstein, who's now at Duke University. And I've hosted the last two, and then one in 2014 was put together by Jack Schulz and other people here at the Life Sciences Center. So I would say the basic format has remained really similar over time. We're really focusing on a bunch of speakers coming to town over a weekend, maybe a talk here a little bit earlier or later, a bunch of different events on campus. The really thing that's changed over time is the topics, right? Every year it's a really different topic, and we haven't really repeated anything since. There have been topics from food to kinship to most recently climate change, science communication, art and biology. There's just been a lot of diversity over the years.
Well, shortly after I arrived here at the University of Missouri, we hosted one celebrating Darwin's birthday, and that one was great fun because first of all, I'm an evolutionary biologist, so I really like that subject. And secondly, it was an opportunity to see people sort of celebrating the contributions Darwin made from many, many angles, including contemporary life and the function of evolution in current times. That was great. I really enjoyed that one.
So the main people who helped me with the symposium, there's two groups. One is the organizing committee, which is made up mostly of faculty, sometimes staff and graduate students from campus who are interested in the topic and really want to help. So they're kind of the main group. And then secondly, the staff in the Life Sciences, Bond Life Sciences Center, especially Karla Carter, Jeffrey Reeves, Benji Bakhting, Jason Fenton, Bobby Remus, a bunch of the other people we work with who just really help with a lot of events that occur in the Life Sciences Center and also across campus. So those are the two main sets of help I have.
My role has been to help with administration of the symposium. So the administration would involve contacting the speakers, booking their flights, booking their hotels, making all of their arrangements for their visit to MU.
With the LSSP Symposium, I'm mostly involved in the background logistics end of things. So making sure that the speakers get here, that the speakers have a place to stay, helping to figure out their schedule, that kind of thing. Well, and any event of this length can be a challenge logistically, and figuring out travel for 7 or 8 people alone is kind of a challenge, but this year we had the extra bonus of trying to get a cello from Minnesota to here in Columbia. And really, how often do you think about how do you get a cello on an airplane? Basically what you have to do is to buy the cello a ticket, and when you think about how you might book an airline ticket at home, you fill out your name and your birthday. Obviously, cellos don't have names or birthdays, but we were able to book that ticket and get the cello here to Columbia.
Well, as a director, I direct. To be perfectly honest, most of the organization, or all the organization of the symposium, is handled by the LSSP director, Mary Shenk, and by the committee that she forms. I just sort of provide oversight.
For next year, we're shaking things up a little bit. The 2017 symposium is going to be in the fall of 2017, not in the spring. And we're moving that because spring events are really crowded. There's just so much going on in March and so much going on in April, including here in the Life Sciences Center. So we're moving to the fall.
There are many, actually. My favorite part would have to be the speakers themselves. The majority of the speakers that come in want to meet with as many people as possible. They want to have as many diverse conversations as they can have.
With the longer programs that we've had in the last few years, it almost takes on like a festival kind of atmosphere with lots of different talks, and even though they're all related to one central idea, they have different aspects or flavors on that idea. So it's kind of nice to be able to pick and choose from a menu of different things to go to.
My favorite part of the symposium, it's something I do all year long, and so it's a little bit hard to answer that. I like thinking about what the next topic's going to be. That's exciting. I like inviting speakers and getting to meet them, often people who are really interesting, really charismatic, great people in their fields. And I also like the excitement of the symposium itself when everyone's together at the event and the energy and all of the questions. I really like that a lot. And I also like when it's over because you spend so many hours and so many months working on something, and the last few weeks are just really stressful and really, really excited, but you're also really kind of maxed out. So it's fantastic when it's all finally done.
We had Bill Nye here for the Decoding Science Symposium, and he's an amazing celebrity. He's a celebrity. One of the items that his agents had asked us to do was to provide an escort during his visit. And Bill Nye is seen as somewhat controversial by some people. So we enlisted the help of a detective from MUPD. The detective who was accompanying him became fondly known as Joe the Detective. And Bill Nye went out of his way to make sure that Joe got his lunch and that he had some breaks and that he thanked him profusely for spending the time with him. Did lots of selfies. Bill Nye was completely open to doing selfies with anyone that possibly wanted one. It was, but just to see that someone who's famous can have some humanity at the lower level is really nice. Actually, there's always one from every symposium that sticks with me, and I hear that from everyone who attends. There's one talk that inspires people to go out and read more about the topic, or to perhaps that person's talk was an opposing view to something that they already held, so it makes them look a little bit harder on what their own thoughts are about the topic.
So we have fantastic sponsors, mostly from the University of Missouri campus, from all across campus. So our main sponsors are the Office of Research and Mizzou Advantage, but then we're usually sponsored by a lot of the big colleges, so College of Arts and Sciences, CAFNR, the Journalism School, the College of Engineering, the College of Business sometimes, Human Environmental Sciences, College of Medicine has sponsored us every year, College of Law sometimes, so big, groups on campus, sometimes departments or other groups as well. We also have sponsorship from some members of the community who just send us money or say that they're interested in helping us out.